And Aphrodite, if you smooch them, this is our first skill, Kiss. But guys, here's the level 3 skill. It is Lovebirds there. It does do a lot of damage and it heals as well. If Ymir gets close, I will use my back off, and there you go. Back off does cause a slow. And now I'm going to cast Undying Love, which makes him invincible for the duration of the skill, but it's not enough. My ninjas and ninjas, it's Peabutnutterninja, and we are playing some Smite Beta, and this is actually a practice mode. This isn't a full-out arena. This is the arena bot practice mode, and this is actually what we're going to start with. And let us get our first item here. We can actually get a Wall of Absolution, or we can get boots. I do like to go boots, just for the extra tanky and for the extra speed. Aphrodite herself is very easily caught out in lane, and she doesn't do too much damage. And let us smooch. I actually wanted to smooch that Ymir here, and it's kind of weird. And there we go. Ymir sticking with the tanks. And so now we have our pots, we have our mana. And Aphrodite, if you smooch them, this is our first skill, Kiss. And there we go, guys. And we do have this Ymir who's running away. But guys, here's the level 3 skill. It is Lovebirds there. It does do a lot of damage and it heals as well. It is not the most damaging item in the game. I do get this first for the heals, and you can see that as Ymir gets close, I will use my back off, and there you go. Back off does cause a slow as it hits the enemy, and what we can kiss the enemy, make him jealous, and maybe do some damage and kill the Sobek. I am overextended a bit here, but so is everyone else. It looks like we are losing this minion battle. A noob is hitting me pretty hard, and so you can see my Kiss breaks off after a really long distance. We just have to be very, very, very careful. And guys, now I get my ulti, and ooh, Ymir just dodged my Undying Love. It is actually a little bit hard to hit with the kisses. It does go pretty slow, and it's got a pretty narrow cone, as you see here. So you see that if you target them right on, you kind of have to target them and anticipate them. It's like trying to hit your teammates, and it is a hard move. So what Kiss does is it gives you a movement speed buff, and it also stuns them if you hit them out of lane. And let us get this Ymir here, and he is trying to out-juke me. And what Lovebirds does when you have a teammate is it heals and it does damage if you hit them with it. And we can get some minions in here. And so what back off does is it circles around your ally right here. You can see that, and it also slows them by 25% for 2 seconds. So it is a pretty strong item. Uh-oh, I'm getting pulled by the Sobek. And this Ymir backing off all the way home. And that is a bad ally if you ask me. And we can cause them to back off right there. And the Sobek's still chasing me. I can kiss him and stun him away. And that's really your only escape options for Aphrodite. She doesn't really have too much otherwise. Her DPS is really low. She's supposed to be a support character, but personally, I feel like if you're in a lane and you're not doing any damage and you're not really supporting anybody on your team, and oh, we can actually get this Kali. Get this Kali. And you do get a stun and a smooch, but I don't think we're gonna do enough damage. No, our back off is at level 1. But as I was saying, if you have a chance to either go a carry and a support, then you want a support that can help you initiate and do more damage than Sobek. Aphrodite, as she is now, she doesn't really help you do damage. She just kind of gets you some mana, that's it. And you're going to have to solo kill pretty much the entire enemy by yourselves. You can see how small that radius is. It's very, very hard to hit anybody with your back off, and Artemis is doing quite a bit of damage here. Maybe if we get a stun, Artemis is going to do a little bit more damage, and we actually get a first blood there, even though we are a support. And ooh, can we back off here? And again, this is with bots, so don't expect it to be this easy in real tournament play or real gameplay. Actually, I can see that Aphrodite is pretty weak so far. Again, she doesn't do much damage physically, and her magic damage is very, very hard to hit and on very long cooldowns, as you see there, 12 and 13 seconds. And her kiss doesn't really do anything. I think it should do damage as well, or some other effects. And I do like to build my Aphrodite a little bit tank. And if I was fighting more physical, I would definitely get the Wall of Absolution, because that MP5 regen is just so high. And look at Sobek charging my minions. Kiss this Artemis here and give her a buff. That's kind of naughty if you ask me. And what we can do is Kali gets a little close. I do slow her there, and another slow, and Artemis is going to chase this. Can we get an assist here? And can we get a flock of birds? And we do get a flock of birds on that Sobek, and he goes down for the kill. And if this Artemis were to engage this Anubis, that would be fantastic too, but it looks like she's a little distracted with these minions. But guys, my initial impressions of Artemis, or not Artemis, but Aphrodite, is that she's pretty weak. She doesn't do too much damage. Oh, this Ymir is in a bit of trouble. And now I'm going to cast Undying Love, which makes him invincible for the duration of the skill, but it's not enough. It's usually great, like an Aegis, to avoid ultimates, and it really requires a lot of skill on your part to get. And this Artemis is going to go down. And if she hangs around, and she does hang around a little bit too long, and the Sobek looking to push on me. But if you don't have someone that you love, you can just use back off there and just get a little pushback. It's not very substantial. It's actually pretty weak, to be honest. This Ymir doing a massive amount of damage to all these guys. We can actually kill this Anubis if he decides to stay in. And oh, we do get a player kill on that Anubis. I will gladly take it, but I think Ymir's going man mode there. But overall, and guys, I've noticed something. Poseidon got a huge buff since this last patch. Poseidon is actually one of the strongest characters in game. You can't catch him. He can do so much damage. His ultimate got buffed, and his normal skills do so much damage. His trident can do well over 500 damage if you hit all three, maybe even more, maybe even 800 damage if you hit all three prongs. And oh, that's Sobek and Kali combo just killing. And what I can do is I can back off here. I do get pulled by the Sobek, and I am getting hit a lot. I can pout one of these and get away successfully. There we go. And Anubis doing so much damage. But guys, I do have a heal. Look at that heal. It is so much to heal. You can see that I went from 200 to 500. And I didn't really lose anything. And there are creeps coming in. There are creeps, and these creeps, gotta defend my tower from these creeps. And Ymir actually trolling me there, as he tried to kind of get these creeps. And hey, Kali, what's going on? And it looks like Ymir's gonna troll with that ulti. And, he's gonna troll me with this wall as well. This troll Mir, he's not helping me at all. And let us get another item here. If I do build tank, I do like to get myself a Stone of Gaia, but let us say that they have a decent number of physical and magical carries. So what I do get is this Wall of Absolution. And why I get this item is because of the MP5. It really helps your teammates, and that's really what Aphrodite is for. She gives, look at Artemis getting +1 MP5, 30% of my MP5 gain, and Kali killing my Ymir so hard, but fortunately for us, they are ignoring all these creeps and still allowing us to get the kill. And we're going to slow that Anubis there, and Artemis should be able to pick up that kill. Yes! And that's exactly what you're going to be doing. You're going to be getting a lot of assists. Aphrodite is really good with people that can get into the fray, like Kali, people like Hades, who have kind of a heal. And this Kali is stunned, and she is going to go down to me and Ymir combo. And people who really like to get in the fray, like Odin and Loki, and anybody. Oh my god, can we actually get the kill on this Anubis if he stays? Yes! Did we lose an Artemis? No, Artemis is just staying in lane. She doesn't care. She is a boss. And oops, I accidentally kissed the wrong guy there. I kissed the ugly Ymir troll instead of the beautiful Artemis. Kelly's going hard on me, but it's not going to do much good for her. Bye-bye, Artemis. Oh my god, is he just trying to ulti me? I think he completely missed his ulti there. What I can do is I can kill all these with my lovebirds. And in normal games, you won't really see Anubis is standing there alone. And I can kind of block for this Artemis here if she decides to leave, but I guess she's a little bit confused. And she's confused enough to die. There we go. It's a Kali ult coming in, interrupting my recall. But again, I'm a little bit tanky, so I'm not really worried. But look at this heal, guys. I get a lot of my health back. And so after this item, what I do get is this Gem of ISO. Gem of ISO is really strong. It's one of the only forms of CC that Aphrodite really has. Her kiss does stun the enemies, but again, it only stuns them for 1 second, so it's pretty weak. And I guess she can slow, but it really lies contingent on your team player. And right now, none of my team are team players. I'm just soloing the Sobek in this right lane, and I guess that is fine.
Get away.
And I guess he can pull me here and there. And I guess he's a little bit distracted. I heard a kill. I think Artemis and Ymir actually killed somebody. I do heal that Artemis. You can see that healing her actually causes her to go back into the fight. She's like a little bit confused. And there's a Callie here too. I could use some help against this Callie. She's pretty strong. So you can heal and do damage. And oh my god, this Callie doing lots of damage rather. And Ymir coming back to help me. Thank you, Ymir. And Ymir not doing anything useful. And that Anubis can get killed if he stays in lane. Come here, Anubis. Come here. And you can see exactly how hard it is to really catch people. And that skill does do damage, but it's not so much. And this Anubis is just dancing here. Okay, alright, free kill. I'll take it. This is Sobek Callie pushing out in mid lane. And Sobek actually giving me a helping push, and then he does not. And we can do some damage to that Sobek. It's done. Again, I'm not really kissing these guys enough as I should. The kiss cooldown is on a really long. I think starts at 17-second cooldown, which is pretty long if you ask me. But I think this game is about to be over. Pending nothing crazy happens. And we have Anubis who's just dancing. He doesn't even want to kill these minions. He just wants to kill that Ymir. Look at that. That is Eagle Eye on Ymir. We can get some flock of doves on him. And actually, we can probably just kill him with our 2 there. Yes, we explode him. But guys, you're not going to get a real opportunity to do that inside a real match. You can actually slow the Sobek. Let me see if I can showcase this to Undying Love. So again, Undying Love, it makes you invulnerable to everything in that, and Sobek running like a boss. I'm gonna break my Love Leash. In fact, it can actually hurt you to Love Leash someone because you can't really break it apart. So if your teammate's really low, you can't really break it apart. And ooh, this Anubis doing so much damage. So as I was saying, you can't really break it apart. And what ends up happening is that you don't get any damage on the enemy. In fact, you just have to hug your tower because your teammate is so low on health, he can't do anything to fight. Oh, this Artemis. Ooh, barely getting away. Oh, she's slowed. Let's give her some heals here. There you go, buddy. And if you do kiss your teammates, you don't go on cooldown. You only go on cooldown if you miss it or you hit an enemy with it, as you see there. Callie in a little bit of trouble here. And can we kill her? And oh, Artemis kill stealing. Wow, I guess kill stealing even happens in the bot world. And what we can do is we can make Ymir jealous. He's going to be doing 20% more damage here. And we can actually kill him. And you can see I get credit for the kill even though it was around Ymir. My back off skill was around Ymir. And guys, there we go. What I would have done next is finish the Gem of ISO. I would have gotten Rod of Tahuti for that extra MP5 and extra damage. And for the last item, I would have either gotten another penetration, magical penetration item, or I would have gotten another defensive item. And let's see if it saves it here. Yes, so you can see reinforced boots. You can change out the boots depending on how you feel. But again, Aphrodite is really squishy early on. You really need that movement speed and you really need that extra HP 5 to get away. You can also go with Vanguard if you feel like Voidstone against the magics, Wall of Absolution against the physicals, Gem of Isolation just to do that extra support role that Aphrodite is supposed to take, Rod of Tahuti, and then any type of penetration, Obsidian Shard, or some defense, maybe like a Hide of Leviathan, or depending on who's really dominant, you might want to get a Stone of Gaia, which really helps out your team. In fact, you can sub out Stone of Gaia if you want the MP5 for your teammates instead, and that also helps them as well. But guys, thank you so much for watching. If you found this informational helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, peace, love, and ninja, Peabutnutterninja signing out. Bye-bye, guys.